The Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause. A review. Why? Because it's the last Christmas movie I'm doing this year. So we start out by finding out that the love interest from the second movie is now a teacher in this one, and that makes too much sense, I guess. Also, why are all the elves in this scene in the classroom covered in glitter? They didn't have that in the other two movies. So the elves in this classroom are kids, right? They don't really look any different from the normal elves, to be honest. She's pregnant in this, apparently, the love interest. Well, I didn't see that one coming. How does that work, though? Santa doesn't age, right? The only way to pass it on is if somebody puts on the suit. So, baby is what? Immortal? Mortal? Will it age? I don't know. And the elves have a doctor, apparently. I guess that they probably should. Also, during this whole scene where the Mrs. Claus is being examined by the doctor, Curtis is doing his help me help you thing, and it's literally the most least funny and most annoying things to happen in these movies. Like, period. There's nothing I find more annoying than this. We get another council meeting scene of the holiday characters, and Jack Frost is the villain. His whole thing is that he just wants a holiday. This plot is just lame, and this is a Santa Claus movie, like a Santa Claus Christmas movie, and the most lame part of it is that Jack Frost is the villain, and his whole motivation is that he just wants a holiday for himself. Like, really? Though I will have to admit, it's impressive that they convinced most of the cast from the second movie to come back for this one. And from the first movie, too. Although Bernard isn't in this, I think. Curtis is the new number one, by the way. Isn't everything that went wrong in the second movie because of him? And I see he's the reason that the big bad in this one comes into power as well. Seriously, why would you trust him? Is the whole in-laws don't like the significant other thing just a little unnecessary in this movie? Like, it wasn't, there's no point to it. I mean, there is a point to it, because they use it for the plot and motivations for the whole escape clause and all of that crap, but, well, not really a motivation. We'll get to the whole escape clause thing. So Santa can just bring whoever he wants to the North Pole, apparently. Seems kind of risky for the whole keep it a secret, which means there's no reason not to tell the in-laws the truth if you can literally bring them to the North Pole. Why would you need to keep it a secret from them when you can bring them to Santa's workshop? Okay, don't buy that the girl in this knows who the holiday characters are, know that they exist, but doesn't know who Jack Frost is. Also, there's a scene with the Santa snow globes, because apparently if you hold your snow globe in your hand and say you wish you had never been Santa, it makes you changes it so that you weren't Santa or whatever. Has there really only been this many, though, in this scene where you show snow globes? So the whole escape clause, like the actual thing that the movie's named after, lasts, 10 minutes, and we have to go through almost an hour of film time before we get to the actual conflict of the movie, like the actual reason it's named, the escape clause. Though it's nice to see where they do this original becoming Santa moment where he first puts on the suit. They actually show it. That was cool. Honestly, it takes forever to get to the actual conflict in this. Really. The actual... You know what I mean. This movie had very little actual comedy. And I don't mean it's cringy comedy. I mean, there's just not really a lot of jokes in it. And it's a Tim Allen movie. And the whole damn conflict could have been solved if, one, he told his in-laws he's Santa, and I don't believe the whole he has to keep it a secret from them, because once again, he can bring them to the North Pole. And Secondly, just give Jack a holiday. Seriously, that's all he wanted. You could have avoided the whole problem, the whole big thing with the escape clause if you just gave Jack Frost a holiday of his own. The acting is mostly okay in this movie, though not as good as the other two somehow. Also, Charlie, Santa Claus's son, one of the main characters of the first film, and who had that whole childhood delinquent thing in the second, just really doesn't do anything in this movie. It's really weird. Honestly, this one isn't really all that good. It drags its way slowly to the reason it's called the escape clause once again. And honestly, Tim Allen and the love interest give probably the two best performances in the movie, and that's just like wow times for me. Jack Frost is okay as a villain, but once again, considering how easy it would have been to avoid him being the villain of the movie, I just can't really take him seriously as the villain. And he's alright. He has some moments that, might get a small, chuckle or giggle out of you, but not really all that good. This movie, honestly, is just average. I don't know. I don't really think I would seek it out again, even around Christmas time. And now that we've gotten through all three of these, I honestly have to say the first one is still probably the best one. The second one's decent, but this one is just blah. Meh. That's how it leaves me feeling. Anyways, thanks for watching this review. When you do, subscribe if you want. Don't forget to give yourselves a big thumbs up. And tune in for other reviews, because I'm done with Christmas stuff for now. Goodbye, everybody.